And then, so today we're with Merle Sijohn. So Merle, do you want to just go ahead and introduce yourself?
My name is Merle Sijohn Sr., and I'm 77 years old. I am now one of the tribal elders of the tribe, which I didn't think was ever going to happen, but it did. But anyway, we're going to talk about some history that is gone from the tribe, and that is the salmon that were taken away from us because of the dams, all of the dams. And I guess I kind of had a hand in that too, because I worked on one of them,
Which dam did you work on?
Grand Cootie. I helped build that third powerhouse. But anyway, the salmon were gone before I was born. Salmon probably lost the salmon probably in the 20s or maybe 30s, I don't know. But anyway, I never got to see him, not in the creek or in any of the lakes. A couple of years ago, they let us release some boats out there on the Hangman Creek. And I paid. I paid to that little fish that I had in the cup. And I told him, I'm going to release you into this creek. And I want you to go all the way down to the Spokane River. Because that is as far as you're going to be able to go. You're not going to go beyond that. Dam was already going to be to your left when you get down there to the river, and there's a dam on the right as you go up the river. So you're going to be stuck in that river between those two dams. But I told him, I want you to grow up, and I want you to come back. Not so I can fish out of the creek, but then so I could see you. That's all I want to do was just see you. And know that I helped bring something back that was lost. I was really honored to hold that little fish in that cup because he was lost like me. His ancestors at one time swam in that creek, went out to the Spokane River, to the Columbia River, to the ocean. But I called him my little brother. I told my little brother, I know that you will never taste the salt water from the ocean because of all the dams, because you are penned up between two as soon as you get down to the Spokane River. I told him that there's nothing that I can do or anybody else can do about that. But I do hope that you grow big like your ancestors did and come back up this big so that I could see you. there was lots of young people that released the salmon. They didn't really fully understand what was happening. You know, they don't, too young to know the history and everything. But I prayed for them too, you know, so that the salmon that they released will come back and they'll be able to see the salmon in that creek again. My dad told me that when he was young, that the salmon used to be in this Hangman Creek. And then they didn't know what happened, but there was no more fish, no more salmon. When it was time for them to come up here to spawn, they were gone. They couldn't make it back up again because of the dam. That had to be really sad for the people here on the reservation because they depended on them salmon to help them through the winter because they canned it and dried it. They had salmon feasts. We lost it. They lost it. So today, some of us, elders, when we go travel to another reservation, the Yakimas and the Culver, even on the coast, when they serve salmon, that's where we sit because we enjoy it. We enjoy being able to eat that salmon again. I feel sad that as things changed so much in the early years of the 1900s. The Indian people, well, I don't like to say Indian, the native people, they lost so much. Not only did they lose the salmon, the trails and roads that they traveled on to go gather huckleberries, to hunt, they could no longer do that anymore. The white people took control of that land and built fences so that the Indian couldn't go across their land anymore. The tribal people had to find new ways, new directions to survive. I can't imagine how the hardships that they went through during the winter because they didn't have their salmon, didn't have their berries, didn't have the deer meat, elk. The things that they have been eating ever since the beginning of time was gone. All because of what the white man called progress. I think about this sometimes. And I don't think that the white man cared about depriving native people of the fish, of their hunting grounds, of their gathering grounds. As the saying goes, the only good Indian is a dead Indian. And I think that it's still that way today. Cut that off.